Kalima. 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 Hey everybody, it's Benny One, and I'm back at you with another movie review today. And today we're reviewing Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, everyone. 1984's Temple of Doom, the sequel to The Raiders of the Lost Ark, everybody. So, the premise of this movie is it's 1935, and Indiana Jones is in India. He's on an adventure, and while he's there, he is asked to find these mythical stones, and he stumbles upon a cult that is doing some very mischievous things like committing human sacrifices underneath an ancient palace, everybody. So that is the gist and the premise of the story of this movie. This movie is directed by the great Steven Spielberg once again. He came back to do this one. And Harrison Ford is back, obviously, to play Indiana Jones, everybody. He's the only person that's ever played Indiana Jones, unless it's been a young Indiana Jones. Kate Capshaw plays Willie. She's the female lead in the movie. The love interest, yada yada. Her and Indiana Jones's banter back and forth with each other is pretty entertaining. She's a little bit whiny for me. Throughout the movie, she's very whiny. She's a lot different than Marion in the first one, because where Marion could fight, she could hold her own. Willie, not so much. Willie is not that type of girl in this movie, which I can understand and I can appreciate. They were trying to do something different. She's just really whiny in the movie from time to time. So, Ki Hai Kwan, I may have said his name wrong. He plays Short Round, everybody. He is great. I love Short Round. Dr. Jones! Dr. Jones! I love Short Round. He was a great addition to this movie. So, and he was a kid. It was very interesting to see I almost said Harrison Ford. Indiana Jones and Short Round have this like father-son type relationship in a way, because Indiana cares about Short Round. Like he caught him how they met. Short Round was trying to pickpocket him and steal from him, and that's how Indiana took him on, and he's kind of developed this like father-son relationship with this kid. So it's a really cool like character concept and interaction in the movie. So, and then Armish Puri, I may have murdered his name, but he plays Mala Ram. He's the one that goes Kalima, Kalima with the stones and stuff. The leader of the cult, whatever. So this movie actually takes place before Raiders of the Lost Ark. So this is a prequel to the original movie. So, which it doesn't really like have an effect on the story, to tell you the truth, that it does take place in 1935. They just really state that it takes place in 1935, and it's just an adventure that Indiana was on. So it doesn't really mess with the plot of the movie or really take you out of the movie, because it's actually not a true sequel to the original. I didn't feel that way, at least. And the movie is a much smaller scale than the first one. It is, because he's not going up against the Nazis. We don't have the lost Ark of the Covenant. Like, it's not something that gigantic and epic. He's basically sent out to find this mythical stone for this small little tribe, because their water dried up, their animals died, their crops died. They need this stone back so that their little community and their tribe can thrive and keep living and stuff. So the whole setting and premise is just, it's smaller scale. But that doesn't ruin the movie, you guys. It doesn't ruin the movie at all. It's not a bad thing. I kind of enjoy that we have this smaller scale movie in between the other three, because the other three they have this big grand scale where they're fighting the Nazis in the first and the third one, and then the Soviets and Crystal Skull. The scale of Crystal Skull is like skyrocketed through the freaking roof, honestly. So like, it's nice to have this one to go back to, and it's just fun. It's just a fun movie. And there's lots of great action in the movie, you guys. Of course there is. Basically, the movie for me is like it had everything that you liked about the first one in it, just smaller scale, and then it did some things different because the movie is dark. They do go dark with this movie. So it has what you love, and it introduces some new things that some people don't like. I don't mind the dark take on the movie. It does go a little dark when you get into that third act, but I'm okay with it because by the time like Indiana, wakes up, I'm not going to say why, and we get back to what we know and love about Indiana Jones, it just feels fulfilling to see him redeem himself. So it's just fun. It's cool to see these side adventures basically, because that's kind of what I view this as, is it's like a side adventure for Indiana since it takes place before the first one. So no, actually it takes place before all of them literally. So but yeah, I like it. The music is great in it by John Williams once again. I don't need to say why, you guys know John Williams is a master. He's like literally, if not the best music composer out there, he's on the Mount Rushmore of music composers. I would put Hans Zimmer up there. I'd put him up there. I don't know who else, but yeah, Danny Elfman maybe. I don't know. You know what I'm saying. John Williams. Come on, guys. But yeah, Steven Spielberg is great directing these again. Like he's a great director. All the actors are great in the movie. Got lots of action. It's just smaller scale. So I'm going to give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. I enjoy this movie. It's not my favorite Indiana Jones movie out there, but I do enjoy it a lot still. And like I said, I do like to go back and watch this one and feel like it's a different type of Indiana Jones movie. It's got a little bit different in it. It's darker, but it still is Indiana Jones. So you still get what you love about Indiana Jones. It's just a little bit different than the other ones. So yeah, guys, 8.5 out of 10, everybody. And if you guys are new to this channel and you do like the reviews, like what I got going on, consider hitting that subscribe button for me. If you did like the review, smash that like button for me, guys. And don't forget to smash that notification bell so you keep getting all my updated videos. And I'll be catching y'all on the tuba laters because I have spoken.